everyone, happy Monday. Thanks for joining me for a craft night with friends. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for beginners. And I'm here every weekday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. So thanks again for joining me. Last week we finished up our embroidery of the month, the Snowflake Embroidery of the Month. And today I want to try and make it into a tree topper, like a little Christmas tree topper. That's kind of what we talked about last week. I have an idea of a plan. I'm not quite positive it's going to work, but we will check it out. So, all right, that is the plan for today through Wednesday. We might get done a lot faster than that, and we'll do something else. But Thursday and Friday, I will be out of town, so we'll be back here on Monday. So just through Wednesday this week. So awesome, you guys. And check out our BOGO sale that's going on now. If you get 2 of our boxed kits, you get 1 of our boxed kits free. There's a link right on the homepage if you wanted to go check that out. Thanks for everyone who purchased so far, and I appreciate it so much. So thank you guys, and let's get going tonight. Okay, so here we are. Ooh, and I made, I made 2 more tatted snowflakes this weekend. So now I have 3, and I've starched them, or like lightly starched all of them. So these are gonna be like a Christmas tree, like little ornaments, and I'm doing them in all the matching colors from the embroidery here. So, all right, and then I do have our little baby Christmas tree out here. So this is probably what the Christmas tree topper will go on. However, it's gonna be kind of big, so I think it'll work for a big Christmas tree topper. I also have, just in case we need it, I'm not sure if we'll use it yet, I have an old cone. So this is from my big cones of floss. I still have a few of those yet, but these are those like DMC cones of floss with like that 2200 meters on it. I thought this could be like maybe the tree topper goes on there, and then this can slip onto like the top of the Christmas tree. Like if it's a big Christmas tree or something. I think it's a little bit big for my tiny one. So we'll maybe want to decorate this with some yarn or something too. So maybe this is just an insert for when it is on a large tree, and then it can go without on a smaller tree. I don't know. That's my sort of plan. So let me run down what I'm thinking for this. Okay, so I found some of this kind of fleece in my basement. So I shopped in my craft room, basically. I didn't buy anything new, and I had some of this. So this is fusible interfacing and fusible fleece. So this is like fusible fleece. I have never ever used this before. I'm not quite sure how it works. There's no, like, I can't, when I feel it, neither side really feels like the fusible side, or maybe they're both fusible. So I want to do a little test with this, because I don't know what this is going to be like, but I thought, we'd give it a try. But then what I'm thinking is we cut this out. I mean, I'll take it out of the hoop and press it. This is still in the hoop from last week, but I'm thinking we cut this out in a circle, so we'll have it be a circular shape when we're done. I considered like having these little bloops, but in the end, this is pretty circular, so I think we'll just leave it like a big circle. So I thought we'd maybe make 2 circles, one with this as the front and one with like this pretty blue kind of ginghamy, I don't know, little check fabric, I guess. Looks like it would be cute with this. This will be like our back. So we'll make 2 circles with this and the fleece here. And then, like, I have 2 pieces of scrap. This is has a little summer fox on, and this has our roller skate on. These just printed too lightly, so I thought, it's going in the scrap pile. So these will be our scraps for the back of the circles. So basically, I want to make 2 like fleece-lined circles, where the front and the back is like this would be the front and this would be the back of one circle with fleece in the middle, and then this would be the front and this would be the back of a second fleece circle. And then we top stitch the two together and then top stitch the little bottoms, like leave an opening. I think this will make it stiff enough for it to stand up. And then, you know, bonus if the fusible part of it works. So hopefully that made sense. I think that's sort of my plan here. I think I can cut everything together. So first thing I want to do is let's prep all of our pieces here, and I do want to run a little test. Oh, and a hexagon. That's a good idea, Gina. Okay, so I like that better than the little bloops. Let's see. What would be a good way to do that? I suppose with a ruler, huh? So maybe to do a hexagon. Like originally, I was thinking, oh, I could just like use my inner hoop here and like a water-soluble marker to draw a circle. So maybe that's what I still do. I draw this as my sewing circle, but then I put like little marks where these like kind of lead up to, and then I can connect those shapes to make a hexagon. I do like the hexagon idea. Okay, so let's do that. Yeah, I like that. So we'll draw that shape on here, and then I'll layer everything together, cut them all together. Then we can cut with a ruler, so I can get straight lines too. And then we'll sew our shapes. I think this is gonna work. I like it. I think it's gonna work. Okay, so let's. I got the iron heated up here. Let's just. Oops. Let's just. Sorry. Here we go. Let's just press everything first to get started, just so we start off like nice and clean here. So I'm just gonna press the back of this. You know what? Let's throw a little bit of. I have some little like rose water here. So I don't have any like steam in my, I don't have any water in my iron. So this is kind of like adding steam to it a little bit, I think. Oh, I guess I don't really need to do this, but just thought about it. Why not? So that'll just help flatten these hoop marks, just getting it a little damp, and the iron is going to dry those marks. I don't think they'll leave a stain. And then I always put my embroidery face down. Sometimes I'll even put a towel down so it doesn't squish all the things. Oh, hi, it's Shaquila Oatmeal. Thank you, I appreciate that. All right, so, oh, thanks, Gretchen. Oh, that worked so well. Look, you can't even see the hoop where the hoop marks at all were. So I'm just gonna go just one more quick pass around the edge here. Okay, that worked great. So I'm gonna set that aside. Let's give, here are my little scrap muslin pieces. These you won't be able to see the little designs on it, but let's just, this is pretty flat already, but let's just give that a press. I do wanna test out, here's the roller skates. I do wanna test out this fusible fleece, or not fleece, yeah, fleece, fusible fleece. I wanna give that a try. I've never used that before, so I might like snip a little piece off of here and just test that out. Let's see. I'll set down the iron again. Oh, this is like an eighth. This is like an eighth yard. Oh, okay, so that's big enough. Funny. It's just a funny cut. I don't see this cut very often, where you just have it so skinny, but the full width. So we only need one little bit here. Okay, so let's first test this fusible. I'm just gonna throw everything to the side here. Okay, like I said, I've never used this before. It doesn't, and these never have like good instructions or any instructions on it at all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut off, where's an end to here? Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna just trim a tiny piece off of here. And let's just cut, let's get a big scissors out. Let's just trim a piece off of, let's actually cut a couple pieces. We'll cut one there and like one here. I'm gonna cut this a little bit smaller too, just so it fits in here. So I'm gonna just see what this means by fusible. Like how well does it fuse? Does only one side fuse? I have no idea. And I don't wanna get, I don't wanna like get it on my mat either, so I'm just gonna have it be extra big here. And I don't know, I'm on my cotton setting still, and I don't know how long to press this. Let's just do like 10 seconds or so. And let me know if you guys have used this fusible fleece before. I think I got it from somewhere for a project that I thought I needed it, and then I ended up not needing it. And it's just it's like literally been in my basement for, I don't know, a decade. Maybe not that long. All right, so let's let it cool for a little sec. Oh, same as the regular fusible. Oh, it might need steam. Okay, I hope it doesn't need steam. All right, let's just see if oh, dang, okay. Yeah, so both, oh, so this side didn't fuse. So it is just one side, which should be fine. But what side? I'm gonna have to do another test. I don't know what side. Here, let's see if we can feel it. Okay, I think maybe this side. This side is just a tiny, tiny, tiny hair rougher. All right, we're gonna do another test. So let's put the little bit of a rougher side down. Okay. Rough side down, and let's just put this on to protect it. But interesting. So this will add some sturdiness to it. I think that's nice. Maybe I'll actually fuse it to the back piece already. Like, I think I'm going to fuse it to the inside piece, not the outside piece. I could fuse it to the outside piece, though. It would be a little stiffer if I fused it to the exterior piece. Yeah, I think it should be on the exterior piece. Okay, so I think that's what did it. Okay, so I could feel a tiny, tiny bit of a rough side. You can almost see it. It almost like sparkles, like the little threads. Like they added a few little threads on one side and not the other. So, okay. So good. All right, now we know. I've never used this before. So it does only fuse on one side, this particular kind. And it doesn't leave any weird texture. That's what I was a little worried about, because sometimes other fusibles can leave a goofy texture, but it's actually kind of nice. So I think let's go ahead and fuse this on like the real pieces. Let's fuse it on the front pieces. I was a little nervous about doing that with the embroidery, but I don't know. No, I'm not so worried. And I'd rather have like the front and like our nice pieces. I'd rather have these pieces like more standy-uppy, you know? Like I'd rather that have the interfacing than the inside pieces. The inside pieces can flop around, however. I don't know. Or is that a bad idea? Let's see. If I did it on the inside piece, this would just kind of lay on top, which would maybe be good too. I don't know. I kind of think we should go for it and just fuse it onto the piece. Let's do it with this first and see how it goes. So I think I'm just going to cut a little square. Actually, what I'm going to do is just kind of trim. I know I want to make it like a hexagon about this size, and we'll do the hexagon bit. So I'll just put this on the fusible. Oh yeah, we could do both. That's a good point, Gina. Then it would be extra sturdy. I kind of like that idea. Like do it for everything. Should we just do that? Fuse it onto everything? Yeah, then it's like an extra stiff topper. Okay, we're doing that. So let's just, I don't know, see what we got going on here. Let's see if I can just cut all 4 at the same time. There's that little plastic in there, but I think I got that out of the way, so I'm just gonna fold this up again. I'm not too worried about like wasting this or something. Like I said, it's been in a bin in the basement for, you know, a million years. I think we'll get by if I have a couple of weird cuts here. But there, so I'm gonna just kind of trim. Let's just trim squares for now because I think it'll be easier to layer them later. Yeah. So I'm going through all 4 layers now. So I think I'm going to put these on first, and then we'll figure out our hexagon shape. And then I'm going to put them all, then I'll layer everything on top of each other and then cut out that hexagon shape. So then we'll have 4 shapes that are exactly the same size. And they will all have this fusible, like, felt or whatever this is. Fusible, I keep wanting to say foam. What's the other F? F fabric. Fleece, that's it. Fleece. I always say felt, like I interchange felt and fleece all the time. Okay, cool. All right, so we got a plan. I'm digging that. Oh, the other thing I want to make sure is that it's not bigger than the fabric here. So let's do our first one here. And you know what? I think I'm gonna put. Okay. Yeah, this feels like the fusey side. So that I'm gonna put down. I'm a little scared to put my iron right on top of there. So I don't know. I guess I'll use one of these other sheets to do that. Make sure I'm not over the edge. All right, let's give it a try. Yeah, then this will be extra sturdy. Yep, that'll be good. So I might have to stay on the spots for a little while. So this might be a little bit harder to turn right side out, and it might be a little bit harder to top stitch, because I'm gonna have to top stitch all of these layers together too. Well, I wouldn't have to top stitch. That's down the road. I'm trying to think of my final assembly. I could maybe hand stitch it together too if it ends up being too thick. All right, I'm gonna scooch this down a hair. Oh, look, I'm transferring the iron on. I was a little worried about that. Transferring the iron on to my fleece here. That's not gonna matter. But that's kind of funny. All right, how are we looking? Oh, yeah, you needed a lot more. Let's just warm that up again and try that again. But over here, oh, this didn't really stick either. I can feel like it's starting to stick, but I think it is just a matter of leaving it on a lot longer. So I guess let's just chill here for a little. We'll make sure the corners are down. So like 10 seconds or so each corner. Let's do that. I'm thinking we'll get more ironing in this as we go. Oh yeah, that's, well, a little bit better. And you know what? The other thing is this fleece is probably pretty old as well. So the sticky part might not be working as well. Yep, more transferring on there. But even if it doesn't stick perfectly, just the act of having all this fleece in there is going to be helpful for the sturdiness sake, because we want this to stand by itself. All right, let's just call it good there. Yeah, it looks like the corners are down, so I'm just going to trim this out just because I don't need all this extra fabric sitting around. Okay, so that's one of our pieces, one of our theoretical pieces here. All right, this is another. Let's just. Oh, so now I've lost, these corners, so I'll cut those out. Okay, here we go. I wonder if I can put the iron on here. I really think that's a bad idea. I might actually just get a towel to lay down on here. Let's do that. Okay, here we go. Little tea towel here. Oh, did I do that the right way? It's so hard to tell. Yeah, there's a little like plastic feeling on that. All right, let's get this next one. Again, I'm just going to kind of focus on the edges. Oh yeah, flip it over and press again. I'll do that too. I'll flip it over and press from the front. That makes a lot of sense. And I'll do that on the towel too, like this. This seems to be kind of working. All right, well, I get to use a new product today. I haven't used this before. I've used fusible stuff before for like applique. It's not something I use often. I think people who make a lot of bags use it quite a bit to add stability. I need the heat to be closer to the glue side. Oh, that's why I would flip it around and press. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, that makes total sense. All right, let's finish kind of going around here for our first pass. But I get what you're saying. The glue side is the opposite side, and we're going through like a thick layer here, DD. Okay, I totally get what you're saying. Let's just do that. Let that heat up again. So instead, this will be our bottom here. I think I'm kind of burning it a little bit. All right. We'll flip it up like so. Oh yeah, and this will kind of smooth it out too, right? There, now the iron is closer to the glue. That makes sense. Although I think I might be getting, hopefully I'm not getting iron on transfer onto my iron. Oh well. Oh, it would fuse better with steam? Oh, that's interesting. All right, I could put a little spritz of water on here. Like I said, I don't do all that much with fusibles. Sizzle. So this one's like on the inside, so it's a little less important. I actually might cut through it. Like I might cut through it and turn it right side out through this center area. Oh yeah, that's good. So let's do that with this one as well. Add a little spritz. So I'm just adding, it's just some yummy smelling water. It's just some rose water because I don't have any, I mean I can put water in my iron here. I actually have never tested it for how it works, this iron with steam. With the water inside it. I should do that sometime. All right, I'm thinking this is probably plenty good. Okay. All right, great. All right, so let's just start there with these other pieces. So, okay. Soft side down. Okay, yep, the fusible side is up. And I'm going to put the iron on transfer side down. Make sure I'm covering everything. Great. Just double checking. Got paranoid. Yep, glue side's up. I'll do one little pass here, and I forgot to put a little spray on. Let's do that. I'm doing the one with the embroidery last. I'm a little nervous for that, but all these other ones have worked fine. So I guess I'm not that worried. Ooh, hot. Oh, Shirley's saying that Pelon, which is the company that the brand of this fleece, also has single and double-sided fusible foam. Okay, so that's probably works great for bag making. Ooh, Shirley says the iron works great with steam. I have the same iron and use steam all the time. Okay, I will definitely have to test that out. All right, how are we doing here? Puzzle. Oh yeah, that's great. Yep, this is the way to do it, definitely. Get that fusible side up. All right, let's do the nice one. So this one will be a little bit of a trick because I'll be pressing on the embroidery. I think I'm gonna have to get another towel so I'm not pressing right on top of the embroidery. Okay, fusible side up. Yeah. Okay, so let's kind of try and center this a little bit in here. Make sure that it's got foam all the way around, because this, I'm still going to draw a circle on the inside of this and have that be like the inside shape, and then we'll carve out the hexagon out of that. And I think this is going to be my sew line is what it's going to be, this outline. And I'll use water soluble marker so it goes away. So I think this is fine. I do want to, oh, here I can just flip this up, I think. Just, how are we? Ooh, this is not good though. Let's snip that off. Can't have a little extra piece there. There we go. Actually, I'm going to scooch this whole thing up. Get rid of this little fuse piece. There. Now I think we're ready. Let's see. Ooh, this one makes me nervous. Doing like a quick pass, like from the center out. And then I'll do like the corners here again. This will be trimmed, you know, to that hexagon though, so we got to make sure that it's fused a little further in too. Oh, design some seasonal embroidered bowl fillers. What's a bowl filler? I'll have to check that out. Like a fabric, one of those like fabric bowls, like so that the bowl that goes like in between bowls. Oh, interesting. They're like a 4x6 designs, 4-inch to 6-inch designs, 4x6-inch designs that you fill with shells or fluff and place in a decorative bowl. Oh, interesting. So just something to look cute, sitting out, sort of thing. Oh, okay, I'll look at the post when we're done here, Gretchen. All right, let's see how I'm doing here. Okay, this looks fabulous from the front. I was afraid there'd be like wrinkles and stuff. I'll just give it another in the middle press. I am, you know, kind of squishing my French knots and stuff, but oh well. Let's see how we did here. Oh yeah, that's pretty fused. I'm not sure I'm completely fused in the middle here. Yeah, see how it's kind of like bubbling up? I think I probably want to fuse in the middle a little bit more, because I don't think I want that, especially like when I was doing it up here. Ooh, this is making me toasty though. Hi, corn dog. Do you mean fusible web? So this is actually fusible fleece. So it's fleece that one side has the fusible on. So it's like a fusible web. It's just not paper thin. It's like a fleece. So there is like some thickness, like 2 millimeters or something is kind of what I'd say. Or like, I don't know, like a 1/16 of an inch height to them. So I think, so I happen to just have this stuff. I've never used it before, but I'm hoping it adds some thickness to this. So it's still a little bubbly, but I think let's just keep going. And yeah, there's the fleece. So here is, you can see it's like a thickness with fleece. But yeah, it works just like a fusible web. It's just thicker. All right, I think we got to start here. So I'm liking this. We got our 4 pieces. So what I want to do now is kind of determine the size of what we're doing here. And I like the hexagon idea still. So, oops. And I'm kind of using my inner hoop as a measurement. So I'm kind of centering it in there. And I think I'm going to just draw I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm going to draw a circle on the inside with a water-soluble marker. Let me get that out. Ooh, that's not going to work. Water-soluble, please. There we go. A water-soluble marker. And then I'll just kind of mark, like I'll eyeball where these points are. And then I'll just kind of connect the dots, and that'll be our hexagon. And if it's not perfect, that's fine too, because I'm sure this circle isn't going to be totally perfect either. I don't know, I'm thinking that looks pretty good. Maybe like so. Let's do it right here. Never used this like this before. So this is how you could make a felt piece for the back of your embroidery too. If you didn't want to see your stitches. There, okay, that looks good. So now I'm going to just take a ruler. Let's see what I got over here. I'm going to take a ruler and just kind of mark these centers. We're making a hexagon now, because I like that idea. So let's just mark here and here. Here and here and here, and then we'll connect those points. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out all of these 4 little fleecy pieces that we made. I'm going to cut them out all at once. Man, I feel like we're doing math and geometry and like graphing stuff out. I don't know. I'm feeling scientific here today. making this feel like an engineer right now, making this hexagon. Ooh, I like the hexagon idea though. I hope this looks nice. So the next decision I'm contemplating is whether this should be the sew line, or if I should sew a 1/4 of an inch in. Like, how tight do I want this to be, I guess? How close to the snowflake do I want this to be? The embroidery, how close to the embroidery part? I like kind of just this figuring it out as we go here. Oh, Amy, I did get, I didn't get the other art swap, but I did get that, I got like a little mini watercolor painting from one of my friends in the art swap, and I love it so much. I should, tomorrow I'll bring it over here. I forgot to do that today. Okay, we got a hexagon, so now I just want to envision this a little bit as a tree topper. So if I sew along this line, this is about how big it's going to be. And, you know, in theory, it'll be bubbled out a little bit too because it'll be on the tree. So maybe I do want at least this much space here. Like maybe I don't want to go in closer because it is going to buckle out. And if I do it closer, like if I sew to the inside of this, I think we might lose a little bit of it like wrapping around. So, okay, so I think I think where I drew is going to be my actual sew line. So I'm not going to go like a 1/4 inch this way or a 1/4 inch that way. I think I'm going to literally sew on those lines. And I think, actually, you know what? That means I can also layer all of my pieces without really cutting it out. I could cut them all out after. I could sew everything first. Oh no, I will have to kind of cut out because I need this shape. So I think I'll have to cut out like a 1/4 inch. So I can do that with the ruler here though. Okay, so that's my plan. I'm gonna cut out all of my pieces, my 4 pieces, a 1/4 inch away from this line, and then I'm gonna sew on this line. And how I'm gonna sew it is I'm going to take like one of my inside pieces and my exterior piece, and I'm gonna sew them with right sides together. Oh, how am I going to see that line, though? Oh, but I can just sew a 1/4 inch from my cut line. That's what I'll do. And then I'm going to cut like a little slit in the back of this one, and I'm going to turn it right side out from the middle. So I don't think that'll affect anything. There will be a hole on the inside, but no one's ever going to see that, and I think it's going to be an easy way for me to turn this right side out and have perfect corners all the way around. Otherwise, I'm going to have to tuck an edge under at some point, and that won't look quite as nice. So I think I'm going to do it that way where you sew all the way around, closing up your shape, and then you cut a slit in the back and turn it right side out. Okay, I like that. All right, I think we got a plan. Let's cut all of our pieces here. And, you know, this is kind of a lot to cut through now that they all have foam on it, but I'm going to give it a try. So let's get the cutting mat here. I love these experiments. This is just fun. Figuring it out as we go here. And actually, I think I'm going to put like the right sides together already, just to just in case my hexagon isn't absolutely perfect, then they'll match up at least a little bit. So I think so to do that, I have to do wrong sides together here. So we'll do this one up. What I'm going to have to make sure is that every part of this hexagon is on the foam of all the other pieces. I think we're doing okay. Right there it's kind of close, but I think we're good. Okay, we're fine. So I'm going to trim on a 1/4 inch away from my sew line. My sew line is going to be that blue line. Okay, let's get the cutting glove on and my rotary cutter out. And be sure to scream at me if any of this is being crazy. Make sure you put an X on the one you cut out so you don't cut out the wrong one. Make sure I put an X on the one I cut out so I don't cut out the wrong one. Ah! Well, I'm cutting all of them. All right, here we go. Ooh, okay, I think we made it through. Oh, no, we didn't. So this is pretty thick. This is real thick. But if I have to go through twice, that's fine. All right, we're fine. We're fine. This is okay. All right, here. It is time to change this blade, and I probably should have done this in 2 swipes, but I only do this hexagon on one shape, so I need it, right? I needed to do it on this one. Oh, make sure I put oh, I see. So when I turn it right side out, or when I sew them together, mark the one to cut because I won't be able to tell because of the foam or the fleece. Okay, Amy, I'm 100% understanding now, and you're totally right. That's a great idea. I'm gonna have to do that. Pretty proud of our little hexagon that we made here out of a circle, though. I'm feeling feeling like I did something that the brain had to work on a little bit. Ooh, that didn't feel all the way. Yeah, just a tish, right? Oh, just a tiny, tiny bit. Just a hair. All right, last cut. And it's always scary cutting into something that you spent, 5 hours working on, this embroidery, and then now we're just cutting into it. But I'm already liking this. I think this is going to totally work. Okay, so now we need to put all our right sides together and, like you said, mark the bad side. So, or the side that we're going to cut into. I'm just going to actually write the word cut because I'll forget, oh man, was this the side I was supposed to cut? What does this X mean? Was this the not cut? So I got to figure that out. There we go, cut. There we go. Yeah, I suppose I could tell a little bit, but still kind of hard. I'll do the same here. So these are already right sides together. This side is the cut side. Hey Jennifer, we are making a Christmas tree topper out of the embroidery here, and we put foam, like fusible, not foam, I keep saying foam, fusible fleece that I just happen to have on the back of all our pieces, so it's going to be a little more stiff. That might cause trouble when we turn this right side out and stuff. We'll just have to see. I'll have to get the hemostats out. That'll help us a little bit. We'll do the back first, just in case I totally mess it up. Then we can adapt for the front that has the stitching on. But all right, let's do it. So now I'm going to stitch all the way around the hexagon, like completely all the way around. Then we'll turn it right side. We'll cut into one side. That's why I put cut. We'll just cut in the middle. I might have to be a pretty big cut with this foam. So we'll have to like spread it out so I don't cut the front and then cut like in 3D. And yeah, turn it right side out. And that's like, we're almost done at that point, I think. Then it's just some top stitching and all that we'll do tomorrow. I think we'll get this part done though today. So all right, let's go to the sewing machine. And we will sew around these a little bit at a time. Oh, you could lay paper on your lines to see how it would look first. Oh, that's smart. Icorn dog. Yeah, I'm totally like winging it here. Oh, my foot is all tangled here. I think if I were, you know what? I'm totally backtracking. I was gonna say, I think if I was doing this just on my own and not live, maybe I would do a little bit more testing, but I'm like, nah, I would just jump in still. Okay, so this is fat at this point, so I had to kind of lift my presser foot up a little bit just so it was tall enough. And I'm just going like 1/4 inch from the edge all the way around here. So I'm not going exactly on that stitch line. You know what? Maybe I should still do that. I'm thinking maybe I should have like pinned this. That's why we're doing this little test. So I'm gonna just clip like here and here. Then something's being held together at least. Just because I don't know how well this foam is gonna go through the machine. Because some of these things like, there we go, first corner. Some of these fleecy type things, and like, what's that really, really fuzzy fabric? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. Oh man, what's that super duper duper fuzzy fabric that I think starts with an S? Anyway, that stuff is so messy and so hard to sew. Let's go one more. Minky does not start with an S, but yep, the minky. The minky is just so difficult to sew through, so I'm like, I don't know if this is like that. Maybe I should put a clip in. I mean, this isn't the easiest. I mean, compared to normal fabric, I should put my sewing gloves on just because this is a little slippery. It would be interesting to make a lot of bags, because I bet you, those bag makers, they've got to be dealing with this sort of stuff all the time. Like all these fusibles, all these things to make their fabric thicker for a bag. If you're using, I know a lot of the bag makers I follow are people who are in the quilting industry, so they're taking quilting fabric. I think I'm gonna go one more stitch. Quilting fabric and then trying to make it stiffer so it works in a bag versus like, you know, someone making bags out of leather where the inherent material is kind of ready to go. All right, last little bit here. I think I might just go off the edge and start the next piece. So this went together really well. Like doesn't seem like it's puckering at the end or anything. So I think we're good. Let's just snip this off. He's going to be in our way. All right, so I'm going to just, actually, you know what? Let's just take this off. I don't want to mess things up. All right, so we got our first one here. Maybe we should test the whole entire thing. Yeah, let's do that. Just because I don't know how well this is going to work. Like if I do need to leave the bottom open instead of cutting the back, I think I want to know that now before I cut my good one. So let's give this a try. Ooh, this is already going to be kind of hard to pull apart. So I'm pulling it apart a little bit just to get this front side way far away from the back side. So I'm glad I did mark it because it is hard to tell now. So I'm cutting the side that says cut. I'm just getting a little pocket here where I'm for sure not cutting the front. Gosh, did I cut on the right side? Yeah, jeez, paranoid. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut right into here. And now I can get in and kind of make my cut a little bit bigger. So what I'm gonna try is to turn this whole thing right side out through this cut. Okay, first let's trim the corners a little bit though first. So this is a lot of bulk for the corners, so I'm gonna just kind of clip them closer, like 2 little clips. So that'll reduce the bulk on the inside a little bit. Because all that's gotta fit in this little corner here. Minky, oh yes, thanks. Oh man. What was I thinking that starts with an S? Is the company that does Minky, does that start with an S? I know like Robert Kaufman, I think did Minky stuff. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's probably more accurate, huh? All right, there we got those clipped, and I'm gonna get let's pick a color. So I got my I got my hemostats here, you guys. So like, what color should we use tonight? I'm kind of thinking the blue kind of matches. Should we go blue? I think the pink would kind of match too, but all right, actually the orange would too. So let's use the blue hemostats tonight. This is just gonna help us, I think, pull these corners out. These are our new hemostats that are in the shop. So they're the things where they have a locking mechanism here. So you can grab, they have these, and then you can push them apart to open it up again. But they're great for pulling little corners out, like what we're gonna do here. So I wanna get it started. Like, if we don't need them, then I don't need them, but. Oh, cute! Okay, let's keep going. So I think this is gonna work. Okay, it looks crazy right now, but let's start pulling out little bits. I think I actually probably don't need the hemostats to pull anything out because this seemed to be working. What I'm going to use them for is to push corners out though. So we got to find all those hexagon corners. So the reason I'm doing it this way though with the slit in the back is because then I don't have to close. Like I don't have to turn this right side out and close any one of these sides. So we should have like a pretty equal, perfect hexagon going this whole way. Ooh, this is gonna be thick. I wonder how, I haven't quite decided how to fill this in yet. And I was gonna actually top stitch these, but I'm not, I mean, this is like nice and thick. I'm not sure I'm gonna need to do that. Oh, here, I'm missing the corner. There we go. Okay, I'm glad we're doing a test all the way through, though. And this was good. I'm glad we did both sides of this, because I think it's equally poofing out. Like, it's not pulling to one side, because I only have the fleece on one side. It's all kind of evening out. I'm just trying to get these corners poked out. There, that looks pretty good. Oh, it does kind of have like a natural curve in, because it's kind of pulling. Ah, so this is cute. So ideally, so we'll have, this will be the back, and then we'll have the front one, and what I want to do is just basically kind of leave the bottom open, but all these other ones can be sealed. So it'll be kind of like this, and that's how you'll get it on your tree. We just had to figure out how to sew them together. I don't think this needs any top stitching. I kind of like it like this. Although we will need some stitching to attach it to the other piece, so. Yep, don't know how to do that yet. That's the next step, but this part worked pretty well. So let's do this one quick. I know we don't have that much time left here, but let's do this side and see what we end up with. All right, let's do it. Well, I'll stay till this is turned right side out too. I wanna see what this front looks like. So then putting them together, that's a job for another day. But I'm hoping that by tomorrow we can have this tree topper done, and this little hexagon bit I think is gonna look super nice for it. Yeah, it's fine. It's like I could probably go one more stitch, but I think we're good. So if we do keep that kind of natural curve, then it'll go in right where we want it to, where the points, where the snowflake points don't go all the way out. Oh, Nolan has this idea, just stitch the points together. Ooh, okay, I do like that idea. That could add some extra like fun dimension in it and stuff too. And it might be easy. And we could, like, it could be visible too. Like we could tie, it could be like little like yarn poofs or something. That could be kind of cool. That might add to like the snowflakiness of it. Like make a visible joins. That feels, I mean, maybe not the yarn poofs or something, but like just sewing the little points together feels like it would be a kind of traditional thing. Oh, LaDonna, that is exactly that's exactly it. So Shannon, LaDonna says Shannon. So Shannon Fabrics does the Minky, I think, right? I think that's what I had in my head. That's the S that I had in my head, is the Shannon Fabrics. That is absolutely it. You got it. That's what I was trying to think of. For sure. Yeah, when I said starts with an S and then you guys were like Minky, I'm like, dang, I was way off with the S, but yep, it's the Shannon Fabrics. That's what I was thinking of. Alright, I think one more stitch probably. There we are. And let's get this guy off of here. So Paula, that's what I was originally thinking. Paula says you could ladder stitch the edges by hand, and that would, oh, ladder stitch. I was actually thinking like a ladder stitch would work though too, if I wanted it invisible. So that's a good idea. I was thinking, oh my God, not the button, well, blanket stitch. I was thinking like a blanket stitch, but that would be a lot to go through. Like this is a lot of layers. It'd be hard to pull through and do that by hand. But yeah, ladder stitch. Just to sew the edges. I'm kind of intrigued by this only sewing the points together though. I might want to give that a test out tomorrow. Gosh, it would be so easy, so quick to finish then too if we just had to like stitch the little points together. I do like that idea of it going a lot faster, because I think this is stiff enough and like poofy enough that it'd be okay. And then theoretically, if you put it on top of a Christmas tree and there's extra little pointy bits of the tree on the top, they could go through the holes of the topper too, and that'd be kind of fun, like a fun little detail. Alright. Oh, could you make a cone template out of plastic to put on the treetop? So, I actually, corn dog, I do have a solution for that. I have gosh, what are these called? A cone. I have a cone from an old cone of floss. So I had embroidery floss on here, like a big cone of embroidery floss, and I have a zillion of these cones. So this is what I'm thinking could go in it first. So it could go like this, and then we could decorate this as well. Or maybe that's just an option. So I could decorate this whole thing, and then you could either stick this on without it, or you could stick it on with. So I think if we put like yarn, like maybe I get the hot glue gun out tomorrow or something, and I put some yarn all the way around this, I mean, that would be kind of cute. Gosh, even some twine would look really pretty. So I'll have to think about that for tomorrow, because I think I like the idea of just sewing the tiny corners together. All right, here's my cut side. And if we just do that, then I think we'll have time to like figure out this base too. All right, I'm just gonna cut a little bit there. Now we should be good. A little scared of cutting through the stitches, but I don't know why. Okay, that should be good. Let's flip it. Okay, I guess I forgot I gotta be a little careful here because I got my exposed stitches that I don't want to accidentally pull, but it's coming out. Fun. So I'm doing most of it by hand here, but I'm gonna get that hemostats stuck in there again soon. Okay, I think this is the right size too. Like where we decide to sew. I'm gonna have to, like, I can see my blue water soluble marker, so I will have to like kind of spritz that away, because that's annoying. There, get that corner out. Okay, I think it's that using that fleece on, the fusible fleece on all the pieces of fabric, like these lining pieces too, I think that's what's giving it this nice sturdiness. I was really worried that this is just going to be a floppy over thing, even with that fleece, but this is totally stiff but still soft feeling. Like this would be great for a bag or toys. I'm gonna have to use this more often. This foam, I think. Oh, it's like a little pillow. Okay, it's pretty dang cute. And all right, so it would go. It's so like babyish, but not babyish. Like it's very like country cute. So I do like that idea of just putting little ties. And I actually do like, what if they were like little white ties or something? Then you got it all poofy on the side, which is kind of cool. So they'd be kind of together just at those points. And then this last bit would, I'm gonna have to just try this. This is not gonna be much space, but yeah, so then the last bit would go on here. Ah, okay, love it. Love it. Okay, cute. I think it almost needs something. Oh, what if we did like a little like pom-pom or something on the end? We could like make a little tiny mini pom-poms. Ugh, that would take forever though. But like, yeah, we need something like fluffy. It needs something coming out of the ends here a little bit, doesn't it? It needs like a little tassel or a little something, a little poof. Gosh, a little poop would be cute. Okay, so these are too big. I have like these big pom-poms. These are way bigger than what I want, but I have a smaller pom-pom maker. So we could do like a little baby one. Those could be cute all the way around. Or maybe it's just too much of a different style. I don't know. And that would take forever to make 6 of those. Oh, a bead. Oh, that's a good idea. I do have some old beads that my mom used. She used to macrame a ton. And I have some of her old beads. They're like little wooden beads. That would be kind of cute. All right. Buttons is a good idea. Okay, I like all of these ideas. I'm going to get, so tomorrow I'm going to get, because we're pretty much done for tonight, but this went pretty quick. Tomorrow I will get a variety of things. I do like the idea of just doing the ends, though. I think we'll stick with that idea because that's going to be a lot less work if we just have to put together these ends. But yeah, let's see if we can decide on an extra little decorative shimmy to come out of all of them. So I will I'll get a few different things. I'll get some Nishikito thread because yeah, that little silver that would kind of stand out too. Ooh, tiny bells. Oh, I do have some bells. Buttons. Oh yeah, I do have like little pearls too. I will just go down. I know I have like so much of this stuff in my basement, and I just kind of rearranged all that stuff again. So it'd be awesome to pull some of these random things out that I've kept for ages and ages, and for no reason, except for I might need them someday. So maybe tomorrow's that day. But I am over the moon with how this turned out. It turned out way better than I was expecting. I even got some of that shape. I was a little worried about like, well, how am I gonna get the snowflake shape? Oh, I'll just do that circle. And then that good suggestion tonight to do a hexagon. And now I even have that like little bloop coming to go with the same, like how these are a little smaller, and that natural curve that's just happening because I didn't push it out in the middle. I didn't top stitch it down in the middle. So I'm not even going to top stitch this. I think it's fine. It like floofing out exactly how it is. And I think this back is cute. I think this whole thing is just turning out really sweet. Ugh! And then we'll decorate our tree with that, and let's get a little peek of what it's going to look like on the tree. So I have my little mini tree here. I am going to take all of this, the garland off. So I made this garland out of like recycled just wool. So I'll take that off, and then we'll have this on top. You know, even on this tiny tree, I think it's going to be cute. But then I want to do like more of these tatted snowflakes, and you know, so these guys will go around on the tree too in the different colors. So I think it'll look really pretty with the colors that we got here, and they won't go on like this. Like I'll put little hooks on, but just to see what it looks like. Ooh, cute! And I do still actually like the idea of like that string of pearls, which I do think I have somewhere. So we could do like a string of, you know, like fake plastic pearls for garland instead, and I think that would look really cute with this whole thing. And maybe that will make us have the decision of maybe we do like pearls. We could do the pearls with like the Nishikito kind of popping out of it a little bit. Or maybe we should use like more of some of these colors. I don't know, but look, I think I'm getting, like the vision is coming together here. It's coming together. I am digging it. Okay, you guys, let's take these off. They're still a little delicate, these little tatted fellers. I do kind of actually want to do more of those. If we have time on, like if we get done with this tomorrow, maybe Wednesday I'll make another one of these, because it's just so much fun. It's my new thing that I'm trying to just playing with. So that's what I did this weekend, is these two little tatted. Oh, if I made these a little smaller, then you'd have bowl fillers. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, that's fun. Oh, Pam says the tatted snowflakes are adorable with the tree topper. I hadn't put these on like the actual tree yet, and it really looked nice. So I think like the colors, like if I take that I'll take that garland off and I'll bring those pearls up, and I mean I think it's just gonna look really kind of chic, but like warm and approachable and stuff still too, because it is still all our fabric, it's still embroidery, it's still like all that old crafting stuff, but like chiking it up a little bit. I think just like by keeping it just simple. So, I love it, and now I want to make like 100 of these things. All right, you guys. So here we go. Here's the size. Just, you know, if you want to see it by a person, I think it's gonna be cute. But I do think, yeah, we need something coming out of these corners. Just, you know, comes from far away. You know, if you're seeing it up on a tree or something, you know, you're not gonna see the embroidery, what's embroidered on it right away, but you will see the shape of it. So I think we're good with the hexagon, but yeah, it needs something else. But I am way happy with this. I think it turned out great. I think that fusible fleece was perfect. That was the way to go. I'm really happy that I found that and we gave it a try. I haven't used that before. So man, new stuff today. Very exciting. For me, at least, I love trying new things here and playing with new materials, and your guys' ideas were great tonight, and I appreciate it a ton. That's why I love doing this live with you guys. Yeah, Brenda, I think tassels, something. So I'll have to gather the trinkets that are living in the basement here in craft bins, and see what our final decision on these little corners are. And we could make them first and then attach them later. So we could like make little tassel-y somethings and then add to it. So we could actually maybe tack these down kind of invisibly first, and then we can decide, we can make some, you know, corner bobbies, and then decide what's the best without like having to make them on the thing. So, all right, cool, love it. So we'll be doing this again tomorrow and Wednesday, and then I'll be off on Thursday and Friday. Just another reminder if you weren't here right at the beginning. And check out penguinandfish.com all week this week. We're doing Black Friday early, basically, so we're doing it for the full week, and we are doing with our new boxed kits, we have re-released all of the embroidery of the months. So if you missed one of the embroidery of the months during the year, like the butterfly or the herb bouquet, any of those are all up on the site now. In there's the button right at the front. There's a BOGO button. So now for this whole week, if you buy any 2 boxed kits, you get 1 totally free. So check that out, and that does include the new, the like re-release of all the kits from this past year. So if you missed something, now you can get it for, you know, a lot off. If you get 3, then you get like 1 of those totally free. So awesome, you guys. Thank you again. I'm excited to work on this tomorrow, and I'll see you there at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. Have a great evening. Good night.